Oh, hello and a very, very good evening. My name's Sean Ryan. You are, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show. Do you know, I've been a bit stressed today, but not now, because I love this show. I'm going to sit with you and enjoy the fabulous 5 cruises that we have got coming up. This show is live every week, by the way. We've been running now for the best part of 8 years, and the deals that you see live on the night are always incredible. Many of them are exclusive. Many of them have extra things added, and I am now joined by a great friend of mine who has got just 5 days left till he goes on his cruise, Keith Maynard.
I know, I'm excited. In fact, I did actually upstage you slightly there, Sean. At one point while you were chatting to camera, I leaned in and my head came into shot. I'm really sorry. Honestly, it's very unprofessional.
Did the grey bit come into shot?
I was showing off my grey badger-like hair.
I'm going to say, a bit of grey came on the screen. But Keith is with us. We all love Keith. We do. We do.
Well,
we all love you, Keith.
Thank you very much. There's a lot of love going on in the studio today. Sean, it's very kind.
But you know, you're a great bloke, but you really love the cruise industry and your knowledge. I mean, I'm lucky. I've been on lots of cruises, but your knowledge of ports and the world is fabulous.
Well, I was lucky. I've been in the industry now about 15, just over 15 years.
Yeah.
12 of those spent as a cruise director, and so taking people around the world, visiting the ports that we talk about, being on board the ships. My last ship, of course, was Queen Mary 2, and I do love the industry.
Yeah.
In this last 3 years, I've been able to see it more from the other side, and as you said, 5 days' time, I'm going to be experiencing it for the first time as just a passenger. I won't be working, I'll be putting my feet up, I'll be getting my drinks package, I'll be seeing amazing places.
And Keith's going to be cruising with Celebrity, and we've actually got one of our favourite guests, Ruth from Celebrity, with an amazing deal coming up in about 10 minutes' time.
I think she's got a great deal on aqua class, which is what I'm doing as well.
Yeah.
So if you really want to treat yourself, that's the way to do it, because you can do it with health as well, can't you, in a healthy treat.
Yeah, you're going to come back trimmer than ever, Keith. Now, you might have never booked with Planet Cruise thinking, oh, you know, are they a great agency? Well, yes, there are many reasons to book, actually.
Absolutely.
Here's just a few of them. What are the key reasons, would you say?
Well, one of the main reasons, I think, Sean, is the fact that when you speak to any of our advisors, everyone's either worked in the industry, on board, or cruise regularly. And so that's a big, big thing. We're not talking about just 18, 19-year-old people with no experience that have been given a script. We're talking about people that can pass on their own knowledge, Sean. Also, we are the #1 agent, independent agent in the UK. We're the largest independent agent in the UK, and we're the #1 seller for most of the cruise lines that we sell for, voted by them, they tell us all this.
So really, you know, great customer service, you know, great company in general, but also the deals are fantastic.
They are, and we've got a best price guarantee there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you do find it cheaper elsewhere, come back and chat to us, because we don't want to lose your custom, and your money's safe. It's ATOL and ABTOL bonded, and that's really, really important.
And one thing that I want to say, I went away with some friends who were celebrating a 50th birthday about 6 weeks ago. It was their first cruise, and they had so many kind of ideas of what a cruise would be like. They were worried that it'd be too crowded. They were worried that it would be too structured. And, you know, they came away loving the cruise, and what they said is they realised that a cruise is what you make it, what you want out of it. You know, if you want a busy cruise, you can have a busy cruise. If you want to get off in all the ports, you can do that, or you can just sunbathe on the, you know, the different balconies.
Absolutely. And if you want a cruise to be very, very kind of high end and very, you know, and very, very posh and kind of wearing a dinner jacket every night, you can have that. If you want a cruise to be sitting around in your shorts and relaxing because you do that and you wear a suit for work every day, you can do that. You know, and you can have big ships, small ships, multi-generational ships.
There's definitely a cruise for everybody, isn't there?
There really, really is, Sean. You know, and it's the best value holiday and the most fun holiday I think you'll ever do.
And one thing that new cruisers can never believe is the standards on a cruise ship. You know, the food, the service, the way that a cruise ship runs. You know, it is a completely different world, or a different league.
It's a completely different world, and I think we'll find out later. I know Hayley at the moment's on a cruise, isn't it? We're going to mention that later, and she doesn't even want to get off the ship.
No, she said she's not coming back. Anyway, we better begin, because we're starting off the fantastic cruise, and if you want to book tonight, it's a free phone number, 0800 840 1088. The call centre open until 10:30.
10:30 tonight, yeah.
And first thing tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Or you can go on our website and have a look at all the deals coming up. And actually, Keith, we can find any cruise with any
Absolutely.
company.
We're going to feature 5 today, but it's not just about these ones. Go on the website. There's loads and loads of great deals on there. Like we said, we're the #1 seller for virtually all the cruise lines we sell for. 96% customer feedback rating with FIFA. You can just see that there. But you know what? Get in touch as well while you're watching the show. If you're watching and you're on Twitter, tweet us at @BeefyKeith, if you're at Planet Cruise. Give us your comments, give us your feedback. This is a live show. That's why it's so unique, and we can respond to the price changes as they happen.
Well, we've got an amazing show. We're going to start off with a trip over to Dubai with Costa Cruises. The price of the flights could be the 629 that you're seeing on the screen. Let's take you on board, though. and have a look at Costa. I mean, Costa ships are beautiful, aren't they?
They are, yeah. They're part of the Carnival fleet, Sean. So over 100 different ships that Carnival own in total. This is their Italian, their Mediterranean branch, if you like. And this is all about, again, cruising Italian style is what is their tagline. You're talking about big, beautiful ships with these huge winding staircases and these massive open areas. You're talking about a great spa. Their Samspara spa, which they're famous for, is great with the kind of Turkish bath they have in it. Great opportunities to get all the different treatments and relax. Yes, there's a casino on board if you want to relax there and do the old fruit machines. A lot of Brits don't like to do that kind of thing. They prefer maybe to go and sunbathe, and there's loads of great open spaces where you can go and get your own bit of sunbread. You can then get involved with the entertainment on board as well. You can go into the huge theatre that spans over 3 decks, and there you'll see amazing song and dance shows, you'll see great magic shows, and of course there's a total of 11 different bars on this ship.
I mean, there's always something to do, there's always something exciting happening.
There is, there'll be live music, Sean, you know, there's a cinema for you to enjoy, you know, films on board as well, and it's a wonderful European atmosphere with people from all over the world.
What is really nice about this cruise, the time of the year, you know, that we're looking at, December through to January, February, March, it's quite difficult to get, you know, nice heat unless you maybe go to the Caribbean or the Canaries, but maybe you've done the Canaries. So this is a part of the world that's wonderful at this time of year, isn't it?
Absolutely, it really, really is, Sean. It's a great place to go because the flight isn't as long.
No.
It's not as long haul as going out that part, so in a sense you can go to far less time to get somewhere really, really warm.
Well, it starts off with a flight, as we mentioned, over to Dubai.
Yeah, I mean, this is a wonderful start to your cruise, Sean, and, you know, this is a fantastic place. Everyone has heard about Dubai, I'm sure, and it's a great chance for you to enjoy. Now, we're going to come back and talk about it in more detail a little bit later on, so because you get 2 chances to explore it. So we'll come back to it. So we're going to come on a cruise right down there into Muscat, and this is a beautiful part of the world. This was a favourite of the Queen of Sheba, no less. And at one time it was regarded on par with Rome. Today, it's a glimpse into the old world of the Middle East. This wonderful old town with these terracotta mountains behind. You can stroll what they call the Mutra Corniche, watch the locals interacting amongst the cafes and restaurants, head to the Mutra Souk and haggle there and with the smell of incense in your nostrils and see the pashminas and the daggers. And you've also got a chance to go out in a 4x4 into the mountains, maybe go and have a picnic in a secluded oasis.
Now, you could actually be having that picnic in that secluded oasis on Christmas Day, because we've got a date, the 23rd of December, and it's only 849 for Christmas, and this is where you'd be on Christmas Day. Sounds good to me.
A fantastic opportunity, you know what I mean? If it was me, one of the things, I mean, Prince Charles dives a lot in this area. It's the one place he loves to scuba dive. If it was me, I'd be spending my Christmas underwater looking at the fishes.
I thought you were going to say with Prince Charles.
Well, no, I mean, he's a bit busy at the moment. You know, we haven't caught up for the last few months. OK, then we're carrying on now. So you're moving on now, just again down, back up the coast to Kasab. This is known as the Norway of Arabia. Elegant fjords full of wonderful bottlenose and spinner dolphins, and these great mountains, this wonderful mountainous terrain which hides these pretty villages where you can really trace the history back over 2,000 years. You'll find a lot of rock art depicting life back in this area. So you can go and find the Bedouin people, you can trace their history and how they still live to this day. But the big thing, get on board one of those wooden dhow boats, head out through the fjords and see the wonderful seas and what they have to offer. Then Abu Dhabi, this is completely different now. We're now talking about an ultra-modern, fantastic, almost entertainment resort, over 200 different islands, from great beaches where you can go and relax, but also a chance to go and see the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque. It's a must-see with the world's largest crystal chandelier. And it's free to visit, which is really, really rare as well. You're seeing pictures of it here, the Grand Mosque, as that's also known. You can go to Ferrari World or Water World if you like your roller coasters and your water sports. But big thing for me to do is to stroll along the epic 4-mile promenade. There you'll see the Capitol Gate building. It's got, get this, Sean, an 18-degree built-in lean. Bearing in mind Pisa has only a 4-degree lean. 18 degrees,
no.
And it's built in. It's a great thing to go and see.
Pisa really looks like it's leaning, yeah.
I know, this is really ridiculous. And then, of course, you can trace back the old history there of Abu Dhabi. But it's a wonderful, modern, fun city. And Madskar City, I'd recommend. Get in touch with me if you want more information about that. Then back to Dubai, and you've got another overnight on board in Dubai. And now we're going to see some footage on video of this wonderful part of the world, of course, where nothing really existed, you know, kind of 30, 40 years ago, apart from the ancient part of Dubai. Now it's this wonderful metropolis, this ode to it's the power of man's building. But Dubai Museum is in the old fort, and it's a well recommended thing to do, and you can really trace the history back of the local areas and see how they still live with the spices and the weaving. However, if it was me, I would go out and I would go and try different things, like trying some of the local street food, some of the wonderful Pakistani curries, going and get some of the wonderful authentic flavours of Karama Park and the Iraqi cod that you can get there, or head and see some of the wonderful architecture. You've got the Burj Al Arab, the wonderful cell-shaped building. You've got great duty-free shopping. There's so much to do here.
So our producer said she'd be heading to the malls and get all of that.
Well, this is it.
Great clothes and the designer gear.
That's a great thing to do, and again, great prices. We've got the world's tallest building, the Burj Al Khalifa, you know, and that's an amazing chance with the fountains there that were built by the same people that did Bellagio, and they dance. They have dancing shows.
Beautiful.
That's the world's most expensive. You just got a glimpse of it. The cell-shaped hotel there, a 7-star hotel, apparently.
What an incredible start to the show. I mean, Keith, looking at this, as we mentioned, the flights alone at this time of year, you could be talking round about the price that we've got on the screen.
Oh, more, Sean, more. I've seen prices a lot more on that. And again, bearing in mind the sun you're going to get, bearing in mind the part of the world you're going to where it's tremendously clean, the people are very friendly and really interact with you in this wonderful environment on board the ship. It's a great deal.
Now, let's just remind you of what's included, because this is incredible. We do expect this one to go very, very quickly, by the way, and it works out under £88 per person per night. So you've got all of your return flights. They're based on London flights there. We can, of course, always, generally speaking, provide flights for most UK airports. Again, just ask our cruise consultants. They'll sort those out for you. The Christmas special, I think, is amazing. You know, one day I will go away at Christmas. I'd love to, on a cruise. We've got that for £849 today.
It's a magical thing to do,
isn't it?
You know, some people go to get away from Christmas, some people go because they love Christmas, and the cruise ships will offer you both. They'll offer you a chance to indulge in Christmas or a chance to abstain. And look at that single special price there, Sean.
Well,
$749.
You're not single again, Keith, are you?
I'm not, no, Sean. But thank you for you know, possibly floating that idea. I hope not.
I was going to say, because he's going on a cruise with celebrity with his girlfriend next week.
Maybe she's going to tell me when I get back. Now, maybe that'll be it. But, there'll be a space for you in my luggage, then, Sean. All right.
But we have jokes, but we have got a great single price there, starting at $749. But amazing prices for the Christmas dates, and incredible there as well. Okay, now I've been very lucky since I've been presenting this show. I've done 20 cruises now. I've been on 20 cruises. Have loved every one of them, but as many of you will know, I have cruised with celebrity an awful lot, and I absolutely adore the celebrity experience. It's 5-star, it's modern luxury. I've got my next cruise booked with them in November, and a lady who I think really represents celebrity. Fantastic lady. Ruth is with us right now. But you're always glamorous, Ruth.
Thank you. It's all paint, I have to tell you. All paint.
I don't believe that. But Keith and I, we're both big fans of celebrity. You've got your cruise next week, of course.
Excited?
Absolutely. Well, after all these years, to pick celebrity as my brand, I think says a lot.
It really does. And we're delighted that you're going to sail with us. We really are.
Well, Ruth, you've got us an amazing deal tonight, and it's got an exclusive price, hasn't it?
It has. This price is brand new. It's exclusive to you guys here at Planet Cruise. It's all-inclusive. It's a balcony, a free upgrade, as well as all the added value for all-inclusive we're giving you.
So the price on the screen is for the interior, but if you upgrade to the balcony, you get loads of extras.
You certainly
and
do.
a drinks package for 2 weeks. It'll be worth every penny. Anyway, my favourite ship, the Eclipse.
It is. Well, not only was she voted best ship sailing from the UK by Cruise Critic this year, she also won Best Shore Excursions, Best Cabins and Best Fitness.
Wow.
And there you just saw our lawn club. This is what's unique about celebrity. We love to be innovative, contemporary, modern, stylish, different. Our lawn club with half an acre of real lawn. You can play croquet, lawn bowls. We throw the rugs and cushions out in the evening with live jazz on the lawn and a lovely cold drink. Now, food and wine is a big passion of ours at Celebrity, and there you can see that wonderful crystal wine tower spanning 2 decks where we actually have the largest wine collection at sea.
I've done my best to work through it.
3,500 bottles of wine. That's good going, Sean, I tell you.
That was one night as well.
Now, I love your entertainment. I was talking about this earlier. Your shows are outstanding.
Well, we've got a lot of new shows that we're producing as well. And also, we've got new entertainment that will just pop up where and when you least expect it, to just surprise and delight you. Aerial acrobats will just suddenly appear, and not necessarily in the theatre.
In your cabin?
No, not in your cabin. I know you're looking forward to your cruise, but not there.
I mean, like, you know.
And you know what I love about Celebrity is the service, these little touches that we do that nobody else does, that really our guests adore. When you step on board, and this will happen to you next week in Venice, be it in Southampton, we'll welcome you with a complimentary glass of champagne. And when you come back from every single port of call around the world, before you even step foot on the gangway, we'll welcome you back with ice-cold towels, chilled juice, iced water. And it's these little things that our guests love.
You make everyone feel special and important. You really do.
Well, that's our aim.
On the counter to that, of course, when I cruised with Celebrity around Norway, the welcome back was more with kind of things like hot chocolate.
Exactly. Well, we try to think of everything. Yes, if you're in cold weather, be it Alaska, Antarctica with us, or Norway, then hot coffee and hot chocolate. Yeah. And
with a little touch of Baileys in, on my head.
Absolutely. Well, we know how to spoil you.
You know.
Well, this is a 2-week cruise at an amazing price. Now, from Southampton, as we mentioned.
Yes.
So no worries about luggage or anything like that.
Nope.
We should say, if you wanted to stay the night before in the Marriott, the Meon Valley, we could arrange that for you. Really worth doing that as well. And where are we cruising to then, guys?
Yeah, so we're heading out. Your first port of call is Bruges. The port of Zeebrugge, of course, is your chance to go out and visit the fields of Flanders, maybe head out to Brussels to see the NATO and bureaucracy, or to head into Bruges itself. A wonderful old town, hire a bike, explore it. It's very flat, lots of cobbled streets. It's got a wonderful feel of kind of quaintness, of kind of luxury, of intimacy, and of real history. And, of course, it's famous for its diamonds, its chocolate, and its beer. Then we're going through a relaxing day at sea just to familiarise yourself with the beautiful ship and your beautiful surroundings, your new home away from home. And then Berlin. Warnemünde is the port. You can go into the beaches here, which are fantastic. You'll see the locals flying their kites or sitting in the big wicker chairs. It's a great medieval city that I would recommend you doing. Or head into Germany's capital. Do the journey in, see the Brandenburg Gate, see the Reichstag. It's an incredible city with so much history oozing out. My favourite part of it is Checkpoint Charlie, of course, tracing back the history of the Berlin Wall, the Great Escapes, how it was built, how eventually, of course, it was brought down. But it's a magical, magical city. Great food, actually. Maybe we don't realise that in Berlin, but go and get a schnitzel. I can taste it now. Relaxing day at sea, then we go to Tallinn. Now this is like stepping back into kind of medieval storybook times. You do expect the Brothers Grimm to step around the corner at any point, or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs to come popping out of a pub. It's beautiful. You've got one of the world's oldest weather vanes sitting on top of the world's oldest Gothic town hall right in the centre, and they sit round the edge, drink some mead. There it is. It's beautiful. And right round the edge there, you've got loads of places you can sit, watch the locals interact, have a glass of wine, have a coffee, or head out down to Impia, see the pink facade of the Parliament building. It's beautiful. The flower stalls. There's so much to see and do. Then we go to St. Petersburg, and at this point, I'm going to hand over to Ruth. I know you've got some great video, and she's going to tell you more about what Celebrity do here.
Well, Celebrity does really offer some wonderful things, and as I mentioned at the beginning, this is where winning Best Shore Excursions on Celebrity Eclipse really comes into its own. St. Petersburg is known as the Venice of the North, with so many canals. The Hermitage Museum, they say, I've not tried it, here it is here. If you look at each work of art for 1 minute, it will take you 9 years to go around.
No.
Yeah, with an overnight stay, you've got some wonderful evening tours. You can visit the Russian Ballet in Russia.
I'd love to
We offer a vodka tasting in Russia. Where else would you want to do that? Or my favourite that I'm dying to do is the Fabergé Museum evening, which is a celebrity exclusive. When it closes to the general public, we offer a celebrity-exclusive evening tour where the Fabergé Museum is open just to celebrity guests, with champagne, a classical recital, and the Fabergé Museum all to yourselves.
Wonderful.
I've been there when it was Leningrad, and since St. Petersburg. There you've got Pushkin Palace and the amazing fountains, modelled on Versailles, actually. Absolutely incredible city.
It's a stunning, stunning place
I've
to
never
visit.
been there, but I'm...
Oh, you must do it.
And again, great shopping. You can go on a great cruise on the River Neva that you're seeing down here. You can do that at twilight. It only costs you a few rubles, and it's well worth doing. Really well worth doing.
I think Ruth may have already sold me another cruise.
That's
So,
my aim.
You've
Down
had
here.
your overnights there, and then you're heading over to Helsinki. This is a sea town par excellence. You can see the mighty Lutheran cathedral it's famous for. However, the big thing for me is this next one coming up for you, Sumalina Sea Fortress. It's stretched over 3 or 4 different islands. It's UNESCO protected, great views, and it's really, really magical. It's quite a unique fort sitting in the middle of the sea. Then we're going from here, from Helsinki, from the Great Herring, and do try the local herring when you're in Helsinki, to Stockholm. This is spread out over 14 islands. It's an enchanting slice of Scandinavia. It's probably my favourite of the Scandinavian cities. Yeah, definitely go and get a Swedish massage. Go and sit in some Art Nouveau massage parlour and get all your stresses worked out. Try some Swedish crumble cake. Walk round Gamla Stan, the oldest, best preserved, largest area dated back to the 14th century in the whole of Europe, which is one island alone. Head out onto the mighty Parliament building and walk onto the roof and look out across the views, or go and check out the Vasa Museum. It's sunk in 1628 on its maiden voyage, 95% complete. It's a great place to go and see.
And one of the most beautiful sailings in the world, isn't it?
It is an amazing
Stunning.
sailing, yeah. You want to be out on deck about 2 hours
You
beforehand. Relaxing day at sea, and then Copenhagen, known as the city of spires. People set the pace here, not cars. It's known again as the Venice of the North in many areas, and it's the chance to go and see Hans Christian Andersen's touch on the city. Yes, you've got the great Little Mermaid that he's famous for, but stroll down Nijhaven, see the multicoloured buildings, the wonderful ships that are laying there, and then maybe go and get a smorgasbord with the kind of Dutch open-faced sandwiches, try a Danish pastry, or head out to some of the amazing castles and palaces. One of the best is this one here, Friedensborg Castle.
Now, a final couple of days at sea, lots will be happening on the ship on those final 2 days, won't there?
Absolutely. There is so much to do, and you can do some of it, all of it, or none of it. You know, relax out at the lawn or take part in wine testing, culinary demonstrations. We've actually got some great new features on board Celebrity Eclipse as well, because we don't like to stand still. We actually have a brand new gastropub on board.
Oh, really?
With over 40 different craft beers and some great gastropub light bites to sample as well. And they've had amazing weather out in Scandinavia and Russia this summer. And actually we have a new bar out at the pool called Slush, which specialises and only does frozen drinks.
Yeah.
Alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So they're beautiful.
Do you know, just when I thought I knew this ship inside out, all of these new changes. Right, this is really important. Whenever Ruth joins us on the show, you know she's brought us something special.
Absolutely.
So this is an exclusive price. Now, although the interior price is excellent, you know, if you break that down over 2 weeks, and it's, you know, only about £580 a week. However, we've got an upgrade only until the 25th of August, a week, basically.
1 week, yep, ends a week today.
You get an upgrade from Ocean View to Balcony, and if you're getting the Balcony, you'll get the free Classics Drinks package. Now, over 2 weeks, that drinks package
it would cost you a lot of money. I think it would cost, if you were to buy it, about $550 per person.
Yeah.
So you're looking at $1,100 saving just by getting that.
And it isn't just about alcoholic drinks, all of your specialty coffees, soft drinks.
It is. Cafe Al Bacio, where they make those wonderful lattes and cappuccinos, are all included.
Well, yeah.
If you want a bottle of water to take ashore on one of your tours, it's all included.
You'll also get $300 on board spend. Now, that will be on your card, so basically you can use that for the salon, spas, tours.
Yes, sure, excursions.
Yeah.
It's great to spend. Look at all those wonderful things to do in Russia. You could do all those pretty much for free with your onboard spend, or the specialty restaurants.
So it really, I mean, honestly, sorry, Keith.
And I was going to say, you could do that
Value.
Fabergé tour that you were talking
could.
about, you know, use the money for that.
Absolutely.
Or if you go for the Aqua class, you'll get even more advantages there. But the balcony upgrade, you know, for that extra £400 or so on that lead date.
Well, you're going all-inclusive, because if you think you would spend, by the time you've had 2 weeks' worth of drinks and spent at least $300 on board, it's worth a heck of a lot more. And there are some wonderful sailings you can do on your own balcony.
Well, let's just show the drinks package, because you'll get the Classics drinks package with the balcony.
Yes.
And that includes so much there, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, and it's available in all venues, be it in a bar, be it in any of our restaurants. Wines by the glass, and there are a lot to choose from. Frozen drinks, spirits, cocktails, martinis at the Martini Ice Bar, beers and all of your soft drinks as well.
And Keith, I know you're doing aqua glass, aren't you, on your
I'm doing
cruise?
aqua glass, that's right, and I normally do the premium drinks package as well, but that's just because I like my
yes, well then you do the premium brands, of course.
Exactly, yeah.
But again, there's a sample
taste.
of what's included with the
Well,
aqua.
Aqua Class, again, not only will you get the premium drinks package and $300, but we'll also give you unlimited Wi-Fi throughout your cruise. But also, there are lots of reasons to do Aqua Class, as you can see on the screen. But the two biggest reasons are your own private restaurant called Blue. Phenomenal food, cooked in a sumptuous way, but it's clean cuisine. You can still have steaks and wine and beautiful food, but it's cooked in a healthier style. And the Persian garden and the spa, so you've got the sauna, the steam, the tropical rain showers. It's wonderful. Do you want to come?
I do want to come.
There you go.
Seriously, I've got my eye on that cruise for next year. I have.
Well, I know you want to go to the fjords, but I think now you're getting tempted to come to Scandinavia and Russia with us.
I am. Ruth, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. I love being here and seeing you at both as always.
Yeah, we love you having on the show. We
Thank
really love
you.
you here. It's
great to see you.
I'm so excited now. And you've only got 5 days to go. So you're
I know.
right. Friday, we also have another show here at 11 a.m. And that's every week, don't forget, as well. Right, we're behind in our time, Keith.
We are. We're being naughty.
blame you.
Here we go. Blame me?
We hope tonight you book a cruise. We really want you to experience how wonderful cruises are. We've still got 3 deals to show you, though. And we've got Thomson now, always busy on our show. Keith used to work for Thomson, as many of you will know. Let's take you on board the Thomson Dream.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, I put this on the Thomson Cruise fan page later. Lots of people responding. I'll say hello to you soon. But Thomson, yeah, had a great 6 years with Thomson as a cruise director of all their ships, and they're an incredible company, Sean. They do British-style cruising for all the family, whatever age you are. It's about a super-friendly environment. It's about having wonderful deck parties and an award-winning entertainment that tops the charts so many times over. It's about having inclusive dining where you can either sit down, and have it served to you, or you can go buffet style and eat it al fresco outside if you want to. They offer you a wonderful, friendly crew, and because the fleet is smaller and the ships tend to be smaller than a lot of the bigger companies, because of that, they know each other, and it's much more of that family atmosphere on board, and the crew remember you by name, and you know, you tend to make so many new friends on a Thomson cruise, and
Everyone
that's
that I
what
know
really play to.
said, yeah, so friendly, and they've had such a lot of fun, Keith.
Really fun, and again, you know,
Yeah.
you will be cruising mainly with other Brits. That's Liberty's. That's one of their what they call the alternative entertainment venues, and very often, you know, I'd be up there doing a game show in the evening. You'd have a live band. Again, that was me performing one of my routines in the evening show. But you know, it's a great opportunity to see some amazing West End Broadway style shows every night. To have a great UK guest comedian come and entertain you, and then again to just be amongst fellow people who want to relax and enjoy themselves in a wonderful environment.
What is so lovely about this, again, you'll be cruising in January, February, March. We're going to take you on a fantastic cruise, and then you've got a week in Jamaica at the end, which is all inclusive. Now, the ships themselves, you're saying they're smaller ships, a bit more intimate, aren't they?
That's right. This is Thomson Dream. This is the biggest ship. It's the flagship, you know, again. But again, compared to some of the super liners, they are smaller, less people on board. Still got all the facilities that you want, but it's in a more intimate and personal environment.
And just quickly, by the way, I forgot to mention, you are saving £400 tonight off the brochure price. And also, all your tips, they're all included as well?
Always with Thomson Cruises, which is a really, really big thing. So that service with a smile doesn't come at the cost of you having to pay extra. It's just standard.
And if you want an outside stateroom, it's only £50 more as well. So don't even think about that. Just do it, because you will love all of the views. Anyway, we're flying you to Jamaica.
That's right.
I love Jamaica, actually.
It's a great place. It's
yeah.
a great place. Yeah, I did a really good wet dock actually there for a week, and used to sit on the Montego Bay smoking Jamaican vanilla cigars in the evening. Not good for your health, but it was good fun at the time. When I was younger and more reckless. A relaxing day at sea as you head out from there, and then your first port of call is Roatan. This is the largest of the Bay Islands of what we call Honduras. It's noted as a diver's mecca, as a paradise of great sandy beaches and beautiful underwater delights. sunsets, lush tropical foliage, friendly people, and just a real chance for you to kick back. Look at that. You imagine yourself sitting there.
I'm just thinking, in January to be there.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And those monkeys, honestly, you have to watch them. If you've got suntan lotion, you can go walkies. You have to really, they're great fun. They're just on the beach behind you where you're laying. You see one creep up, you know. Then we're going on to Belize, and this is located right at the base of what we call the Yucatan Peninsula. You're going to explore in real detail on this cruise. So it's dense rainforest dotted with these mine ruins that you can see here, and also a great chance. The big thing to do here is head to Belize Zoo. It cuts into the jungle. There's over 125 animals native to Belize, including jaguars, ocelots, including storks, howler monkeys, crocodiles, and so much more. Or you can do a motorbike ride through the river, along the old Belize River, which is incredible. Then we're going for your next border call, Costa in Mexico. You stop at a sleepy fishing village called Mahal, which is your kind of gateway to this area. And again, it's dense tropical rainforest, mangrove thickets, and you really get to explore not only the wonderful beaches. All this area have beautiful, picturesque beaches, but it's all about these ruins. It's about the Mayan civilization that flourished and then suddenly disappeared. We still don't know why, and they built these amazing cities that you can go and explore. My favourite is Chacaban, but if you don't like the history, go to the Urvelo Beach Club, spend an afternoon at one of the most luxurious resorts, relax on a hammock, take a swim in the ocean, play some volleyball, have a cocktail, enjoy it. Then we're going to Cozumel. This is one of my favourite places on earth. When I finished on a ship way back in 2002, I got to drop me off here for a week of diving on my own. I loved it. Great thing about Cozumel is it's great for drift diving. This is Jacques Cousteau's favourite area to dive. It's also dotted with mine ruins. And the great thing to remember where you dock in Cozumel is you can get loads of duty-free bargains, but go 2 or 3 streets back and go and try some local Mexican cuisine. It will be served to you by a local family on plastic plates, you know, in what looks to be a very basic environment, but the food you will not beat. You will not beat, and you'll pay 50p for a full meal.
I've been there. Yeah,
it's incredible, isn't it?
It was amazing. Yeah,
amazing place. And then after this, Sean, after you've gone again to the ruins, hire a motorbike, or car and drive around it as well as a great thing to do. Then head back to Jamaica, an amazing island, and this is Montego Bay, so it's full of reggae bars, Caribbean restaurants. You've got a great chance to go to Margaritaville, have a cheeseburger in paradise.
And we're going to just talk through your stay there, because you were there a week in an all-inclusive hotel, but your first part of this holiday is on board this fabulous ship, of course. So
yeah,
a whole week.
I mean, this is Thomson Dream, as we said, so she is the biggest in the fleet. She's the newest in the fleet, and she's a great opportunity for you to see. She's got a fantastic theatre that stretches over 2 floors, so you can go and see some amazing entertainment for you in the theatre there. You've got all the facilities to have a modern cruise ship, a great salon there, wonderful bars both inside and out, so again you can have cocktails while you sail away from these Caribbean islands. The great thing about sailing around the Caribbean is the amount of sea life you'll see, the flying fish, the dolphins, the whales, as you're sailing on a moonlit night and the waters are so still. Now
that's only half of your holiday, because then when you disembark in Jamaica, you're going to be there in a fantastic hotel. And Thomson rated that 14.
And it's all inclusive. All inclusive, yeah.
But let's talk about Jamaica then.
Well, Jamaica, as I said, I was talking about before, you know, it's a wonderful, wonderful part of the world. Again, big, friendly smiles. It's got this iconic kind of image, isn't it, in our imaginations of being just miles of this wonderful dense rainforest, these beautiful kind of sugar-coated beaches. You can head into the rainforest, you can go and explore it. I recommend going to a place called the Crocodile Nursery in Montego Bay, where you can go and see the little hatchlings all the way up to the 5-year-old. And feeding time is really interesting. You've got 5 World Championship golf courses in this part of Jamaica. You can go swimming with dolphins. You can make your way out to Croydon Plantation, which is the birthplace of Samuel Sharp, who led the rebellion. And you can also go and try some Appleton Estate rum. Go and see how they make it, the molasses, and they ferment them, and then try some of the rum.
And by the way, this is your hotel. We were looking at the pictures of this earlier. I mean, it looks fantastic. They're
really great. And again, you've got your own private selection of beach there for you to enjoy. It's all inclusive, so all your food, all your drinks. You know, you've got those wonderful pools where you can swim up to the bar, Sean. You know, it really is a real class.
I mean, what a way to start the new year, 2016. Now, whenever we bring you an offer like this from Thomson, it sells out so quickly. When you think about what's included for this price, under £1,300, you're way over 2 weeks, all of your return flights, London, Gatwick, Birmingham, Manchester, Newcastle. They just vary depending on departure date. Again, we can sort out flights nearer to you, should you wish. You're going to get a 7-night all-inclusive stay at that fantastic hotel, the Rio Negril Hotel in Jamaica. All of your transfers, all of your tips and service charges. And during the upgrade, we are looking actually only £40 if you go on the 16th of February to go from an inside to an outside. The difference is so small on all of the dates. I would definitely go for the outside. Then you've got all of that natural light, you've got all of the views.
And again, because it's Thomson, there's lots of different airports again that you can potentially fly from. And great prices.
That is amazing. And so I think one of the bleakest times of the year in the UK has got to be January.
And it's the best time to go out to a place like the Caribbean, Sean. It really, really is. That's the best time weather-wise. It's the perfect time to be out there.
Now, the ID number, I forgot to mention, that all of the cruises have their own ID number. I'll remind you of them all at the end of the show, but this one is 89034. I would give us a call tonight for this one, because there was a lot of pre-interest before the show, so I would definitely try and book this tonight. Any tweets coming in?
Well, all the time, Sean. Oh. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's loads here.
People saying they're going to miss you next week.
Okay, love watching the shows from Mira, or from Maida. I always pronounce the name wrong here. A week nearer to our cruise next year. Love seeing the Caribbean. It's a fantastic show. What else have we got here? We've got Bernadette Brownie asking how we are. We've got Paul Carroll. Hope you have a fab holiday. The Ant and Dec of Tuesday Night TV. Loving the show.
Yeah, who's Ant and who's Dec?
Well, I don't know. Who's the better looking one?
Actually, I think you're Ant, because Ant's tall and dark. And
I'm the uglier
Dec's
one.
A bit more, no, I'm like the sort of like slightly rounder face one, I think.
Oh, well, Jeff Scott says here, have put my feet up, got my gin and tonic, now ready for tonight's show, and the cruise bargains. Thank you, Jeff Scott.
Well, we're going to move on now to a fantastic, luxurious cruise with Oceania. Now, just quickly, I wanted to mention Hayley, one of our lovely presenters, who you've seen on the cruise show on a Friday sometimes.
She presents a lot of Friday shows, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's on this ship right now, and she texted me earlier. I don't know that she wants me to tell you this, but she's having such a good time. She says, "Hi there, Sean. Back home tomorrow. Is it wrong we haven't got off the ship once? It's fabulous. And that drinks package and the food, exclamation mark. No time to get off. See you soon." So she's had such a great time on the ship, she actually hasn't got off.
But this is the thing, these modern ships, they're like destinations in themselves. There's so much to do, and if you just want to relax and have a great holiday and just completely pamper yourself, you can do that. You don't even have to get off.
I know.
Crazy.
Can't believe it, though. Anyway, she's on this exact ship right now having a great time, and we've got an amazing deal. It works out under £145 per person per night. You've also got great onboard spend on this one of $100, and you've got free onboard gratuities as well. But anyway, it starts off with a flight to Athens, doesn't it, Keith?
It does, yeah. Fantastic capital city, of course, of Greece. It's a modern city and also an ancient city. The two sit hand in hand. Overlooking, sitting on top of the mighty Acropolis, you have the Parthenon, which has been there for over 2,000 years, which is beautifully sun-beached. You've got amazing restaurants where you can just sit and look at the Parthenon lit up at night, because you are going to have a chance there to see it at night lit up, and it's one of the most magical things you can see. You've got the history of the Olympics here. You've got the changing of the high-skirted guard. You've got the great shopping, and trust me, Athens is great for shopping. And then, of course, you've got the Monostrati street markets and the foothills of the Acropolis. It's a very walkable city. It's a very friendly city. And again, it's got so much history and so much wonderful kind of... I used to love it for shopping.
Really?
I spent that much money in Athens. I really, really have. So hide the credit card.
So you're there for one night. Planet Cruise arranged all of this in that 5-star hotel. Then you're going to be on board the Riviera. Now, I've been on the sister ship, actually, and absolutely stunning. So Hayley's on board right now. And you on board.
I know.
Yes.
Lucky.
So here's Keith to tell you more.
In 2003, two of Luxury Cruises' biggest names teamed up to create one of the best value-for-money options in cruising. A destination-intensive, floating hotel experience with top-notch food and superior service. Welcome to a cruise line for enthusiastic foodies, where you can have whatever you want, whenever you want. This is value without compromise. This is Oceania Cruises. Oceania have an open seating dining experience where all the specialty restaurants are complimentary with no hidden fees. But you know what's truly impressive is the quality of the ingredients, with the beef and the lamb sourced from their own farm in Colorado and the seafood from their own farm in Maine. It's a culinary journey you will never ever want to end. When you cruise with Oceania, unlimited complimentary soft drinks, bottled water, specialty coffees, teas and juices are all included in the price on every sailing. Or if, like me, you're a coffee lover, then this is definitely the cruise line for you, with the legendary Illy coffee served all day and night here in Baristas. If you're a lover of the arts, then you're going to find the entertainment both engrossing and exciting. You can attend a live classical concert under the stars, or marvel at magicians and comedians, or soak up a fantastic show. The award-winning Canyon Ranch Spa has been the acknowledged world leader in healthy living expertise, and a haven of luxury and comfort and warmth for over 30 years. And it's no surprise then that they chose Oceania Cruises as the perfect partner. And on board all the ships you can relax in open-air whirlpools, indulge in detoxifying body wraps, or enjoy the latest Eastern treatments such as shiatsu, reflexology and acupuncture. The generous proportions of Oceania Cruises suites and staterooms are the ultimate in luxury. You can plump the goose-down pillows of your Prestige Tranquility bed, or breathe in the fresh sea air on your private teak veranda. Whatever it is, Oceania suites feature oversized living and dining areas, as well as marble and granite-clad bathrooms and bathtubs.
I mean, the ships are fabulous. I've been on the sister ship. Stunning.
Stunning ships, stunning food. I mean, they're known as an enthusiastic, cruise line for foodies, and you really do. I mean, that's why Hayley, hasn't wanted to get off, because the food's so good, the drink's so good.
I know. Anyway. We would like you to get off the ship at home.
Yeah,
because you've got some fabulous ports here.
We do, yeah. So you've got a relaxing day at sea to familiarise yourself with the ship, or get addicted like Hayley. And then you're stopping off. Your first port of call is in Sicily, Taormina. It's probably the most charming town in Sicily. You can lose yourself in a cobweb of these narrow back streets. You can maybe go and try the Corso Umberto, where you can get, well, I wouldn't say bargains, but certainly some great pieces of Italian memorabilia. You've got the Greek Theatre at the top of town, which gives you probably the best view, I think, in the whole of Italy, because it frames Mount Etna. It almost frames Mount Etna almost like a picture frame. It's incredible. You can trace the history of Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino when they filmed the Godfather trilogy. Try the Sicilian olive oil ice cream, and it's incredible. It's just a beautiful, beautiful city. My brother-in-law Paolo comes from there, and I love Sicily.
I was going to say, Oceania, they are known for their destinations as well, aren't they?
They really, really are.
Yeah.
They really, really are.
Sorrento's next, isn't it?
Sorrento's next. This has been a haven for years for artists, artisans, writers, poets, and because of the eruption that happened in Vesuvius nearby, basically the olive orchards and the fruit, everything, the soil was really rich with nutrients, and so that's now poured back into Sorrento. It's perched on the top of a cliff. It's beautiful views. You want to be driving, hiring an Aston Martin and driving these roads, feeling like James Bond, because it's quite incredible. These views down to this turquoise sea. You can head from here through to places like Pompeii and Herculaneum. You can head over to Capri, see how the other half live on the jet-set, luxurious island. But to be honest, it's so beautiful to Sorrento yourself. You just want to sit there, admire the view and drink a coffee or possibly some limoncello. Then we're going through to Rome, the mighty eternal city. The Vatican City, of course, is within it itself, the world's kind of smallest state. You've got a chance here to go and see the fountains, to stroll through the Roman Forum in the footsteps of Julius Caesar, to stand in the mighty Colosseum. I always say this, with the gladiators fought to the death, and imagine the crowds baying this wonderful ancient form of entertainment.
And although I knew it was going to be big, it's huge, isn't it?
It's massive.
Yeah.
It really is massive. It's kind of awe-inspiring to think what was achieved all those years ago. You can walk through beautiful parks. You can head, and the only thing I ever say about Rome is make sure if you ever go to a restaurant, don't sit down. Stand up, or go for a coffee. Stand up at the bar. You get local price. Sit down. You get charged double. Then we go through to Florence and Pisa. The port itself is called Livorno. It's Italy's little Venice. Very walkable from the port. It's got some pretty bars and cafes and shops and a great little market where you can get some good shoes. But the big pull is Florence, the massive, beautiful Renaissance city. That's the Duomo. The view from there is incredible over the city, and what they call the Ponte Vecchio Bridge, the old bridge with all the jewellery shops along there, is quite stunning. And then Pisa.
Now, Monte Carlo, isn't it? I love Monte Carlo.
It's an amazing place.
Yeah.
You know, this is your chance to be, you know, imagine yourself as James Bond again. You know, it's your chance to go see all the wonderful Ferraris and the Porsches, the Lamborghinis arriving outside the great casino, see all the huge yachts in the harbour. You know, it's great to arrive in. It's very hilly, so maybe try the local French petit train that will take you around. It's got a great aquarium with a massive shark tank that I recommend. But yeah, the big thing is to go to the casino.
That's what I did.
Yeah, don't gamble. Just buy yourself a cocktail, which will set you back about 50 quid. But it's amazing to do because you will feel like James Bond. Then we're moving on from here to Marseille. This is France's second largest city after Paris. It's home to a magical harbour. It's home to this place, the Notre Dame Basilica, which you can take again a little tiny tourist train up to the top. It gives you great views over the whole of the city. In the harbour itself, great shopping, great food, tri bolognese, the local fish French stew, which originated here in Marseille. You'll recognise a lot of it because so much of it's featured in film. So when you go around the corner, you'll recognise a lot. And then finally, Barcelona, where you're disembarking and flying back to London, Gatwick.
Now, I know the price on the screen is for the ocean view, but I have some really great advice. If you go for that, you'd get the free on-board spend and the free gratuities. However, if you go for the veranda, which is only £80 more, you'll get the free house select drinks package. So, you know, that really is worth it. You're going to have that wonderful veranda. You'll have the drinks package for just £80 more. And you'll also have unlimited champagne and wines and beer with lunch and dinner if you go for that. So really worth upgrading. The ID number for this is 104231. That is a very, very good price for Oceania.
It's a very good price, Sean. And again, you're looking at 6-star there.
Yeah. Really premium.
Real quality, beautiful ships, smaller ships, intimate. They can get into, you know, easier access ports.
And I remember just a lot of space per passenger as well.
A lot of space
Loads
per passenger,
space.
yeah, and a lot of money spent per passenger as well.
Anyway, we've got a biggie to finish with.
I like the way you say that.
It is a biggie, that. It's with the Royal Caribbean. 27 nights, so the best part of a month, and we're going to take you to Dubai, Australia, Indonesia. Are you ready for this? Let's take you on board.
As you can see there as well, Sean, we're the #1 agent for Royal Caribbean.
We are
for
aren't we?
many of these, these lines that we're selling for. The great thing about Royal Caribbean, and again, celebrity are part of this family, is that the ships have so much to offer you. They are truly multi-generational ships. So if you are travelling with your families, the kids are looked after. You know, they go away, they can be looked after in these wonderful trained counsellors that look after them. While you go away, you sunbathe, you maybe, you relax and get involved in some of the activities that are more adult focused. And then you all meet up at dinner and you talk about what you did. You know, we talk about rock climbing walls, huge ice skating rinks on board where you can go for lessons and watch these mighty shows. You know, the shows themselves, from the West End style shows that are on the theatre to the actual huge kind of processions that happen through the centre of the ship, which the cruise director leads, where you have a walking musical band and great, almost like a fiesta, like a carnival feel. And again, a great selection of different places to eat, you know, from the Chops Grill, where you get your kind of steaks, you go to your chef's table where you'll just dine and be part of just 12 people and have your own restaurant and menu given to you that you follow as it's cooked for you in front of you. You know, these are wonderful ships. The big thing about Royal Caribbean is wow.
Yeah,
that says a lot about it. And again, think about stuff that they're so interactive. So when you get out, you'll have these wonderful interactive kind of iPod pods where you can find your way around the ship or find your way to the nearest. I've had one beer too many. Type it in, and it shows you where the nearest loo is. You know, it's really interactive. It's really fun, and it's really modern.
And I'm just looking at the price. Bear in mind, you're going to see Australia, Dubai, Indonesia. Works out under £93 per person per night. What would your flights cost alone? Talk of which, we fly to Dubai, don't we?
We do. We fly to Dubai now. I've already talked about that, so I won't say too much, apart from to say that you do get a free tour, and it's a desert safari tour. So what fun. Again, this is included in the price. You're going to go out in a 4x4 into the desert and do a little bit of proper, Lewis Hamilton style, jumping over those dunes and really getting stuck in. Then you're you've had those 2 nights in Dubai, then you're getting on a plane, you're flying over to Brisbane. This is where it gets even more interesting, okay? You're now getting another 2 nights in another 4-star hotel in what the locals call Bris Vegas. Set along Brisbane River, it's an amazing place. It's your gateway to the Gold Coast, which is a real surfer's paradise, and also the Sunshine Coast, which is just 2 hours to the north. But the great thing to do here is to sail down the river to the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. It's one of the only places in Australia where you can properly cuddle a koala. Until you've done that, you haven't really lived. It's a most incredible experience. I mean, I say that after having cuddles from a 4-year-old, and that alone is special enough. But these koalas give a really good competition. And you can head out from here and you can see the local areas, wonderful beach life, the wonderful kind of friendly locals, and a great restaurant culture as well. Now we've got a day at leisure before you then embark on Royal Caribbean's Legend of the Seas. So you've already had 4 great nights anyway.
Yeah, of course. 2
different locations, but now you've got 18 nights on the cruise itself. Relaxing day at sea to familiarise yourself with that beautiful ship, see some of the great shows, enjoy the great food, and then you hit Arley Beach in Australia. This is your gateway to what's called the Whitsunday Islands. This is paradise given to you on a plate. This is right in the heart of the wonderful, wonderful Great Barrier Reef, and you've got a speckling of these great little islands. It's exceedingly popular with the sailing community. It's a great place to dive and a great place to relax on a beach. Look at that heart reef, gorgeous. Then you're going through to Cairns, one of Australia's hottest vacation destinations. It boasts 3 of the great natural wonders. You have the port's called Yorkie's Knob. I used to love announcing that in the show. People would think I was being rude, but Yorkie's Knob is the place where you'd actually pull into, and people would think I was making a joke, and I wasn't. That's what it's called. Okay, you've got the Great Barrier Reef on your front doorstep. You've got 16 miles of superb beach stretching to the north of the city called the Marlin Coast, and you've got the Daintree National Park, or you can take the Kurunda Scenic Railway, constructed in 1882. And it's considered an engineering feat still today, and it winds its way from Cairns through to Kurunda. It's an incredible journey and incredibly worthwhile when you arrive at the end. Relaxing days at sea again, soaking up the sun. The weather's going to be so great, so much deck space. And then again, you are now heading over to Indonesia, to Bali. There's over 18,000 Indonesian islands. Oh, I've missed out Darwin. Apologies.
Yeah.
I'm backtracking. I'm so enthusiastic to get to Indonesia. I've missed this place. Named after, of course, Charles Darwin himself when he stopped here on HMS Beagle. And it's known for many different things. The big thing is the Kakadu National Park. This is the Jesus bird. It's called the Jesus bird because it walks on water. And it's one of the many things along with the Aboriginal rock art that you can see here, and of course the local kangaroos. That was my terrible Australian accent.
No, I apologise.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Then win Bali.
I'm getting ready for the Rugby World Cup, you see. I want to get a few digs in before we go. They're in our group. And then we've got relaxing days at sea before we go to Bali, one of 18,000 Indonesian islands. It's fascinated Western imaginations for years. You've got mile upon mile of amazing beach. You've got these huge, great hotels that offer you every known luxury to mankind. But inside, you've got dense rainforest. You've got dense rain paddy. You've got the Elephant Safari Park. You get the Kutchuk, or the Ketchuk, the Balinese fire dance with all its angular movements, which is incredible. You've got these temples speckled over the whole island amongst the jungle. And you've got the Ubud monkey forest with the long-tailed monkeys there. And the whole temple is dedicated to Hanuman, the monkey god. You can see them there interacting with the statues. It's the most fascinating and magical place.
I'm just thinking, what an incredible trip of a lifetime this is. You've got 3 days at sea, then it's Malaysia, isn't it?
Not just Malaysia. This is Borneo. This is Kota Kinabalu. This is northern Borneo. This is your chance to hang out with myself and my family. Here we are, just really relaxing. I'm sorry to any of my family watching. No, this is obviously a chance for you to go and see the orangutans. And oh wow, again, one of the most incredible things you can do. And again, you can meet them at the Lok Kawi Wildlife Park, 280 showcase of this part of the world's diverse wildlife. You can go for a mangrove cruise, or you can hike up Mount Kinabalu itself, past these orchids and insect-eating plants, and on a clear day you can look across the South China Sea all the way to Philippines. Pygmy elephants, amazing. Okay, then we go to Puerto Princesa. So now we have actually moved over to the Philippines. You saw it from the top of Mount Kinabalu. This is the beach area. This is incredible. 300 miles southwest of Manila. It's a gorgeous coastal city. It's got one of the most beautiful subterranean rivers in the world, which is well worth exploring, and it's a great chance to do dolphin watching. Then relaxing day at sea before you hit Manila. capital of the Philippines, one of the greatest cities of Southeast Asia, built on this wonderful natural harbour. You've got the Spanish history here. You've also got the remnants of what the Americans left after World War II. You've got these jeepneys, these old American jeeps that they use for local transport, which are brightly coloured and really good fun. You can go and see the wonderful the shoe museum of Imelda Marcus, which is I don't even like shoes, and it was fascinating, Sean. And again, very friendly people, great food. Go and try it. Some Filipino food, it's incredible. Relaxing day at sea, and then you hit Hong Kong, and now you're getting off, and you've got another 2-night stay. So your holiday's still not over, Sean. I mean, unbelievable. It's still not over. 2 nights in Hong Kong, Victoria Harbour, the light show at 8 o'clock every night, Victoria Peak. You know, where you can look down on the harbour, you can see all the different islands, go to the different markets, ladies' market, the night market. I loved Hong Kong. I must admit, I mean, again, I went seriously shopping here, and you know, you can eat out every day, 3 times a day for 13 years and eat in a different place every time.
I mean, incredible. Right, we are nearly out of time. I know that this is, you know, it's a big holiday to think about. You can just call our cruise advisors. They'll give you some advice. You only need to pay a deposit, of course, and you've got all of that time to save for this, of course. Maybe you're going to be retired by 2017. You're planning what you're going to do that year. So all your return flights, 2-night stays in Dubai. You've got a 4-star hotel in Dubai. You've got the tour there, and you've also got the extra stays in Brisbane and Hong Kong as well. That is incredible. It's a real trip of a lifetime. The ID number there, 10378. One there. Now, we've only got a couple of minutes to recap, so here we go. We started off with Costa Cruises. This is your chance of cruising, maybe over Christmas even. Dubai and the Emirates cruise there, 629 is that price. We know that one is going to sell very, very quickly tonight. And it works out under £88 per person per night. Christmas, you could be there over Christmas, Christmas Day in Muscat, 849. The ID number there is 101753. And great single price as well. We then, of course, had our lovely Ruth from Celebrity on board the Celebrity Eclipse. Brilliant price on this, but you can go for that free upgrade from Ocean View to Balcony if you book it within the next week. But again, I know this one's going to go very, very quickly. And it's an exclusive price to Planet Cruise there as well. It's that 40-night Scandinavia and Russia cruise there. ID number 87261. Then Thomson, what a deal this was on board the Thomson Dream. We take on that great, great cruise, of course, 7-night cruise, and then you also get 7 nights in Jamaica, all inclusive as well. And if you want to upgrade, you can do that from only £40 per person there. And all your tips and service charges are included. And we've even got a £400 saving on that one. ID number 89034. Then Oceania on board the Riviera. Stunning cruise. And although we've got the Ocean View for 1499, if you go for the veranda for just £80 more, you'll get the free house-let drinks package. Unlimited champagne and wine and beers with all of your lunches and dinners there, of course, as well. And then we just had there, oh, by the way, the ID number there's 104231. Then we just saw that trip of a lifetime. You only need a deposit for this one, of course, and it works out under £93 per person per night. The ID number on this one is 103781. What a show. Loads of tweets come in, Keith.
Yeah.
Gone what?
Well, there's one from Callum here. He sent a picture. He says, great impression, mate. I think he's doing the Australian thing. And he sent a picture of a wonderful kangaroo relaxing. But no, there's loads of great stuff here. There's Helen Grime here saying the Thomson itinerary's fab.
Yeah.
You know, looking forward to that. Daniel Burton, best thing about Tuesdays is watching the Planet Cruise show. Sharon Veal saying here, how will Sean survive without you next week, Keith? And I hope you have a great cruise. How are you going to survive, Sean?
Apparently, I've got an even younger, more knowledgeable cruise guest.
This could be true.
Yeah. No, listen, seriously, thank you, Tarif. Keith, we are going to miss you, seriously.
Thank you very much.
You're going to call in, though, aren't you?
I am going to call in.
I'm going to
call in next week. And I just want to say a big hello to Stephen Guy as well, who's watching tonight, and Lloyd Hollett.
We'll miss you, Keith.